Hello everyone, welcome to Genia platform. Today we'll learn about learning how to measure. Okay, why is it important to measure anything? For example, if you're a tailor, you want to know how to measure the arms and length so that you can stitch properly. And in fact, you also should know because you want to know what your measurements are as well, correct? Or for example, what is your height? Right? Everywhere they'll ask you, what is your height? Well, you have to measure your height. Or say for example, you have a property and you're a farmer. You need to know how to measure the length of your the perimeter, etc. for your property maybe. So similarly, there are so many other because unless you know the length and breadth of your farm, how can you know the area of your farm? Correct? So you have to understand how to measure these things. Okay, so measurement is a very important aspect in our life. Today, we learn how to measure the length of an object and also the volume of an object. And you're wondering, what does length have to do with the volume? I'll tell you in a minute. Now, how many of you went to some stores and the storekeeper measures the yarn, right? So for example, if this is a scale, I'm not a professional, so I can't do it fast, but they'll put it like this and they'll do this, right? And they'll quickly measure. Okay, let's assume this is half a meter. It's not. Let's assume it's half a meter. Okay. Then, okay, twice it's 1 meter and they'll do this and they'll cut it and give it to you, correct? So they are using the scale to measure it. And sometimes when you measure, your length of a wall or something, you will use this, right? And you'll put this against the wall and say, okay, this is the length of the something, whatever, correct? So there are different types of tools to measure the length. Now, for the volume, correct? I want to measure the volume of this box. How do I measure the volume of the box? The formula is length into breadth into height. By the way, I use this scale, but you can use the scale, this scale which you normally get in your kits. Now, let's see. I'm measuring it in centimeters, okay? Now, I'm measuring the length of it. It is about 15 centimeters, okay? Let me measure the breadth of this. This is about 10 centimeters is the breadth of it. And the height is 5. So what is the volume of this? Length into breadth into height. We have measured the length to be 15 centimeters, breadth to be 10 centimeters, and the width to be 5 centimeters. So length into breadth into height, which is 750 cubic centimeters. Okay. So we use the word cubic when it is for volume. So see how we measured the volume of this object here. So you can experiment with other objects in your house and try it out. Okay.